Sunny San Diego hosts this week's event, the Buick Invitational.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, brought to you by Bearing Point Management and Technology Consultants.
Torrey Pines, a public course with cliff-top views of the Pacific Ocean and the La Jolla beaches. Tiger Woods has dominated the stunning vista for almost a decade. In the last 4 years, no one else has won on the property. This week will be someone else's turn in the sun. Hello, I'm Wynn McMurray. Players will tee it up on the two Torrey courses this week, the north where they'll be looking to go low, and the south where protecting their scores will be key. Southern California natives seem to have figured the formula out. 10 of the last 12 Buick Invitational winners were natives of Southern California. This week, 15 SoCal professionals are in the field, led by Phil Mickelson, who is making his 19th straight start at the event. The San Diego native has won at Torrey 3 times and is the only player in the field who has won on the track in the last decade. Mickelson missed the cut in his 2009 season debut last week, but said Wednesday that's no indication of the current state of his game.
I felt really good going into last week. I really did. I didn't feel like my game was that far off, but the score indicated that it was way off, and so I'm going to kind of brush this aside because I had great practice sessions with Butch, great sessions with Pels, and so I had a good extra, unfortunately, couple days to practice and work on my game here, and I believe that I'm ready and looking forward to this tournament. I'm just going to start 09 new this week.
In each of the last 2 years, Mickelson followed an early season missed cut with a victory. Last year winning the Northern Trust Open, and in 2007, the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. 2008 PGA Tour Player of the Year, Padraig Harrington, is opening his 2009 season in La Jolla. Harrington has never before played the Buick Invitational. However, the Irishman tied for 36th at last year's U.S. Open played at Torrey Pines South Course. International players have traditionally struggled at Torrey Pines. Since 1963, only Jose Maria Olazabal has captured the title. Ryuji Amada is the most recent international player to finish runner-up, falling short of Tiger Woods by 8 shots in 2008. Amada has had a strong start to his 2009 season. In his first 3 events, he has finished inside the top 35. Luke Donald, who was runner-up in both 2004 and 2005, is also ready to get it done in Southern California. The Englishman has 2 top 25s already this season. Watch out for rookies this week as well. Last year, Kevin Streelman was the 3rd alternate, and he was called up 6 minutes before teeing off. Opening rounds of 67-69 placed Streelman in the final group Saturday, playing with Tiger Woods. He returned to Torrey for the U.S. Open and tied for the 18-hole lead, but went on to finish 53rd. Bob Stevens from the PGA Tour Network on Sirius XM Radio has more on what to expect over the week.
Thanks, Wynn. There are a couple of things different about this year's Buick Invitational. One, of course, is that Tiger's not here to win it after winning it about the last 14 times he's played here. The other, though, is the golf course. It's going to play a little bit differently from what it has as the Buick Invitational in the past, and certainly was it what it did as the U.S. Open last June. The greens are still open firm. Ball's going to bounce a little bit on them. Guys are having a little trouble getting used to the putting. But the rough is not nearly as high. The fairways are a little bit wider, so we might see a bit of a hybrid between what we have seen in the Buick Invitational in the past and what we saw in the U.S. Open last summer, which probably fits any number of guys' games. Luke Donald and, of course, Charles Howell III have had a couple of second-place finishes here. And remember, Ryuji Amada really bust out of the pack last year by finishing second to Tiger. The big difference this week might just be the weather. It is gorgeous during the practice rounds, but by Thursday night and Friday and Saturday, you might need more than this to keep your head dry as the guys play here around Torrey Pines.
Thanks, Bob. You can listen to the PGA Tour Network's coverage on XM 146 and Sirius 209 beginning at 12 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, and television coverage is on the Golf Channel starting at 3 p.m. Eastern.
PGA Tour Today is brought to you by Bearing Point Management and Technology Consultants, delivering new thinking for a changing world.